Hi, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for August 20th through the 27th. Welcome to my chaos. I have your stars and cards for all zodiac signs. So let's get started. All right, we have a big week and it kicks off today, August 20th, with so many planetary alignments. But what I have for you this month is cards for all zodiac signs. Virgo season details. It's the Mercury pre-retrograde shadow. Mars moved into Gemini. I have your card of the week and your crystal of the week. So with Virgo season coming, it is all about body, mind, and spirit. August 20th, Mars moves into Gemini. It's huge because he'll spend almost 8 months in Gemini instead of his typical 5 to 6 weeks in a sign. Also, Mercury just entered pre-shadow stage at 24 degrees of Virgo, going all the way retrograde September 10th to 8 degrees of Libra, and then back again. August 22nd, happy birthday, Virgos. August 24th, Uranus retrograde at 18 degrees Taurus, huge. August 25th, Mercury moves into Libra. August 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo. Virgo season, it's putting a focus on our health, work, and daily routine. The 6th house in Virgo is really about our overall health. And I know a lot of you may not want to hear it, but it's time. It is time to adopt a healthy regime for the body, mind, and spirit. All right, so the house of health and work and small animals and our daily routine. By the way, I am babysitting my grand dog. That's why I'm recording here. And, you know, he's a puppy. Maybe you'll see him. Let's see. There he goes, off into the yonder. All right, so when the sun moves into Virgo, it encourages us to reflect on our routine and prepare for the unexpected as the healthiest version of ourselves. Oh, let me go back real quick, because you want to pay attention to what is in your 6th house. What sign is it? And do you have any planets? Because aspects to that could make it easy or make it a little more difficult. Also, too, where is Virgo in your chart? You want to look for that. Virgo rules or supports the liver, the pancreas, the intestines, the gallbladder, the relaxing sympathetic nervous system, assisting sound sleep, supporting balanced blood sugar levels in our bodies. Virgo remedies. I like these teas or herbs. It's easy to get it in tea. Buddha tea sells these: milk thistle tea, yellow dock, marshmallow root, burdock root. Drink plenty of water and eat very light. One of the problems that we're seeing in our world and society is so many people having their gallbladders removed. And it's because of the heavy, greasy, fatty diets that we're eating. And our bodies were not meant to filter all of that out. So the gallbladders are becoming diseased, and then they have to come out of the body. So when you eat lightly and you drink plenty of water, that will help to avoid it. Also, these teas will help to cleanse the gallbladder. Virgo rules digestion, the intestines, the spleen, the pancreas, the functions of digestion in conjunction with Pisces, which is the lymphatic system, Cancer, which is the stomach, Scorpio, which is the colon, and Sagittarius, which is, why did I put Sagittarius? I think I meant to put Capricorn. Well, you know what? Sagittarius does rule the liver, but I should have also had Capricorn in here because Capricorn does rule the gallbladder itself. Virgo also rules the nerves in conjunction with Gemini. Gemini is more about the neuropathways, but it's that Mercury, the planet of Mercury. Virgo and the sixth house show overall health, or where there could be health concerns. I know as an astrologer, I look at the sixth house immediately to see, well, what's this person's overall health like? Hippocrates, the Hippocratic oath of all physicians, he once said, a physician without knowledge of astrology has no right to call himself a physician. And hundreds of years ago, you were required to be a master astrologer in order to be licensed as a medical doctor or physician. Sorry, puppy duty. I was trying to do this and that. I'm going to keep moving on. Of course, I have a medical disclaimer. I have this on my website, and any of the videos that I do talk about health or any kind of medical timing, because, you know, just because legally I have to have this. So you can pause your screen and read this. This will also come in handy when I talk about my specialties at the end of this video. All right, so the chart. We have a new moon in Virgo at 4 degrees. So where does that show up in your chart? When? August 27th at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:17 Pacific, 9:17 a.m. London time. And here is the chart. And what I find interesting, so I've drawn this up for Philadelphia, which is the nearest big city to where I live. So for me, it's all in the first house. We have the sun and the moon. We have Venus and Ceres in the first house. And although Venus and Ceres are in Leo, you know, they are sharing that house system. I also look at the opposite end being the seventh house, Saturn and Vesta. Saturn, the father, restrictions, commitments, obligations to our relationships. But we have Vesta, the goddess of hearth and home. And I do have some notes that I wrote here because Vesta is opposing the sun. Vesta is the goddess associated with sacred matters related to everyday functions. She depicts rituals of work and well-being. This goddess is combining with our sun to suggest that we need to find the right balance between our own well-being and our responsibilities in daily life. We need to ensure that we maintain a healthy sense of self-esteem and look after ourselves. Daily rituals such as yoga, meditation, and exercise are likely to be highly beneficial. And so with Saturn here next to her, it's almost like we need to commit to a better lifestyle. The moon is quincunxing Jupiter, which is a tense aspect. And this shows me that we could be stretching ourselves way too far. Wait until you see the card of the week. And we need to adjust around the amount of time that we spend burning the candle at both ends or chasing rainbows. The new moon and sun are squaring Mars. So that is pretty tense. This big, heavy red line right to Mars and just off of Uranus shows that we could be accident prone. So be really careful over the next week or so. And then the Neptune aspects that I'm seeing, Neptune, 8th house, Pisces, shows that a lot of us could be dropping out of the system if we haven't already. And there's also a caution of overindulgence. But what I'm feeling like is that we are going through personal transformation at this time. Vesta is indicating it. We also have, take a look, Pluto is in the 6th house, showing more transformative qualities, letting go, leaving the old self behind, moving towards a new self for the future. And there's that Mars in Gemini. And I did do equal houses. So I have 8 months to talk about it. I mean, I've talked about the Mars in Gemini. I feel like our creativity could be sparked. Words, thoughts, our mental capabilities. There could be anger issues. You could be victim or on the dealing end of a bait and switch, double talkers, fast talkers. So be cautious. What I think that we should be doing, how do you feel since the shift in the energies of Mars moving into Gemini, because it was in slow moving, fixed, lovely Taurus, and now it's in crazy Gemini. So I'm wondering if you've been feeling it. It may take a few days for it to kick in. You may have felt it a couple of days early. All right, the cards for each zodiac. And I'm going to just blow this up and I can't seem to change my view. There we go. I am just going to move myself down there. All right, so the cards for each zodiac. I'm using Colette Baron Reid's The Shaman's Dream Oracle. And I haven't used that deck for a while. And my card of the week, interesting, and I know a lot of you are feeling it. It is the empty well. It is time for us to replenish. Replenish? No, oh my gosh, that's not even a word. It's time for us to replenish. Oh, I'm cracking myself up. So this empty well reveals that there is nothing for us here. The well is dry and the desert is encroaching on our once fertile garden. It is time to face the harsh reality and move on. So I feel like life has been just sucking all of us dry. The astrological aspects this year have been extremely difficult. So this might mean us saying goodbye to somebody or something, or insisting on a change of the rules of the games that we've been playing. Stop diminishing ourselves for sure, for the sake of another. No more making ourselves small, and because it's not going to produce the results that we're needing and wanting. So this empty well, it is time for us to rest, retreat, perfect for that upcoming Mercury retrograde that is starting in Virgo. But, you know, we won't be seeing that until about September 10th. Do not exert our energy at this time and waste our resources by repairing walls or mending the rope, you know, so to speak. You know, just drop everything and take this time off. And my crystal of the week, my stone of the week is Amazonite, and I actually have some in my pocket. I wore 2 Amazonite bracelets with my moonstone bracelet and my Super 7, but I can't wear jewelry around this puppy because I lost my favorite necklace. He rips jewelry off of me. So Amazonite is really great because I randomly picked it, but it restores our energy. It restores us when we are drained. It is a little similar to jade, but it comes in so many different colors. I'll post some Amazonite with a channeled message during the week on Facebook and Instagram. I will also post a further channeled message for the empty well on Facebook and Instagram. But I really love Amazonite because it's the stone of truth, hope, and flow. It really brings us clarity and calmness, and it restores us when we are completely exhausted. So I love that. All right, moving on. So Aries, 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 Aries. We have, for the Aries sun signs, rising signs, and moons, we have the Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. That sounds a little ominous. And I wish that these photos would have come out a little bit better, but this Feast of Plenty talks about the options that you have, the choices in your life, and the consequences of what you are going to choose and the life blessings that you will get out of it. There's a great feast and it's laid out before you, Aries, and it requires you to choose what will satisfy your hunger, something new and unconventional with its potential for bitter or savory qualities, or something you already know and love. You're faced with a plethora of options this month, right now. And while that may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices can throw you off balance. So just be very careful, be cautious, Aries, because, you know, sometimes too much of a good thing is not a good thing. Taurus, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. You have the card called the Beloved, and it is about radical acceptance. It's also the object of affection and loving what is. When the Beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the Beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. The Beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for your full attention. Love it and let it light you up, and give it your all. Surrender to the truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss. I think I love that. What do you think, Taurus? All right, Gemini. Gemini, you have the Wailing Tree, and it's about reconciliations. I have to think about that for a second because I don't know. I usually just cut and run. No reconciliations. This is grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses, reconciliations. All right, so for Geminis, when we encounter the Wailing Tree on our path, it is an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for us to rest and allow ourselves to say goodbye to what no longer serves. We may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do so. Okay, I don't think that's so bad. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts that came from that. I think that's pretty beautiful, don't you think? I do. All right, moving on to Cancer, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. And you have the cosmic womb, the divine feminine. It's about creativity. The cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited by the vital spark received by the universe. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is a change right now that is coming. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued or picked. I love that. That's pretty beautiful, Cancers. I don't think that you can ask for anything better other than the Mega Millions, maybe. Okay, Leo, we're ending up Leo season this week. So I hope you all enjoyed your Leo fieriness. And Leo, for this new moon, you have Whale Song. It is about remembering, harmonizing, and resonating. There are moments in life when we have a sense of deja vu, that we've visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there's this haunting quality to it, a melancholy, a life mysterious fragility is also underlined. Like a whale song that pleads for the simple notes to be matched by another, you have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn away. It's a little difficult, but Leos, now it's time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seek harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. That's pretty beautiful, Leos. And I know Leo season has been a little fiery, a little hard. So we're wrapping it up, and that is a perfect way to wrap up the Leo season for all of us. Wouldn't you say? All right. And so we are in the new moon in Virgo, and it's happy birthday, Virgo. I think it's interesting that I pulled the Magician's Sword for the Virgo suns, risings, moons, and it's confidence in your magic. This is nothing can stop you now, the beauty you seek. When the Magician's sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to the old thought forms and beliefs. Try saying that 5 times, Magician's sword. I'm going to have to come on camera and show you that. That's pretty funny. Magician's sword. I can't say it. Okay. Sorry, little urchins. So let's see. When the Magician's sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the Magician's sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek or the goal you desire with all of your heart. The sword is a tool, not a weapon, so make sure you wield it wisely and for the greatest good. Find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, and let the blade do its magic. We have a large endowment of magic available to us now when we believe in miracles. But don't look to the heavens to grant you with a wish. Look within. Use the magician's sword to cut through limiting beliefs. And remember that all beliefs are limiting, and focus our attention in order to create what we wish. We all have the tools that we need for the tasks at hand. We only need to muster the wherewithal to deploy the resources we have. When the magician's sword appears, it is time to get moving. This is not a tool for contemplation, for gazing at the finely polished edge. It is an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with a wisdom that we can summon to help us find the best course of action. Do not hesitate. It is time to act. Ooh, that's mighty hefty for the Virgos, but I think we can all take a cue from that, being that we do have this new moon in Virgo coming up. All right, Libra, it is deep diver, diving into a task. All right, this is embracing risk, diving into a task, and new discoveries. It's easy to play in the shadows where the waters are clear and you can see all that glitters by your feet. Anyone can venture here. This is little risk. Nothing to discover, no dark secret, nothing that you can't already perceive. The treasure has long been picked away, replaced by a gentle certainty. In the shallow river is safety and no surprises. Oh, but that's not what's calling you this month. The deep diver invites you to take the plunge with him. You can't see the bottom, but you must swim into the dark depths to find the mystery that eludes you now. He knows where the pearls lie underneath the ancient sands. So are you willing to take a deep dive into your souls, Libra? Are you willing to do the work? Dive in, make the commitment, see it through, and you will be amazed. And I can hear some Libras right now saying, oh no, I'm too tired for that. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Scorpio, you have the horseman. The herald of change is upon you. This is good news and caution at the same time. When the horseman appears, you are invited, or I'm sorry, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. It's your task to point out the beautiful when others only see the ugly. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding ourselves that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Become a herald of the positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about our own lives. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, totally Scorpio, right? Woken from the long and dreadful slumber and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. I love that for the Scorpios. That's really so perfect. Sagittarius, lost in space and needing a little direction, maybe? So, lost in space talks about feeling lost, needing some direction and focus, and only focusing on one day at a time, one 24-hour period of time. Sometimes in life, we lose our way, perhaps falling prey to addictive behaviors, jealousy, comparison, resistance, or possibly fear. This happens especially when we are up leveling and genuinely changing for the better. A part of us hiding in the vast expansiveness of space wants to sabotage our progress. And in this transformation process, our inner world no longer feels safe or inhabitable, as we find that our thoughts and beliefs have morphed beyond recognition. And we can find ourselves adrift in this way right now, unable to focus or determine what our next steps are. Keep it simple right now. Conserve your energy and take care of you in basic, fundamental ways, and the world will be right again. I like that. I think that's pretty perfect for this Virgo season as well. Capricorn, it is skywriting, and it is the fates of destiny are upon the Capricorn suns, risings, and moons. And I think with the skywriting, it's like I keep hearing, I see the writing on the wall, or it's looking for signs. The fates are appearing, that which cannot be changed. And this is all about non-judgment, Capricorns. It is written in the sky that you have a destiny. You are being invited to explore certain aspects of life unique to you and you alone. That does not mean that your path will be easy or paved with gold and littered with diamonds, nor does this predict that your journey will be treacherous. It's just your path, with parts that cannot be changed and must be radically accepted as they are. In this way, whatever you are faced with, every single aspect of your life is perfect in its imperfection, not good or bad, neither in flow nor blocked, this nor that. See your life as a series of opportunities rather than an obstacle course. I really like that. Aquarius, it is the garden of Venus. Oh, that sounds pretty inviting. The garden of Venus, it's the place where all is well. And my favorite Aquarius really needs this card more than anything. It's rest and renewal, and it's also self-acceptance. When the Garden of Venus appears, you are invited, actually summoned, to return to the pleasure garden of love. It is time to leave the field of battle. Put your sword away. There is nothing you need to defend anymore. Step through the gate into the garden of earthly delights. Bask in the joy of the wish-fulfilling trees and the scent of healing flowers. You have returned home. You are weary, and it is time to rest deeply and be renewed. Go into this sacred garden alone, as there is no need for another to be present to experience these pleasures. Really, stop looking for the other. Enter by yourself. Allow your senses to intoxicate you and leave all thoughts behind. Lose your analytical mind and return to your body. I love that. I love that for the Aquarians. And last but not least, Pisces. It is first breath, the beginner's mind. This is a fresh start and a renewed sense of curiosity for the Pisces suns, risings, and moons. It is natural trust, and it is the beginner's mind. When the first breath card shows up for you, it is time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There is nothing else you need to do but take in the world that is new and revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage was to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of your words. I think that's pretty fantastic. Pretty fantastic. And I can't seem to find myself. Where am I? Trying to come back onto the screen. And I can't find myself. Excuse me. There we go. Going to stop sharing. Here I am. Here I am. So this is so funny, isn't it? Try to say this 3 times fast. Magician's sword, magician's sword, magician's sword. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I hope you really liked this. Oh, and I stopped sharing my screen and I really wasn't even finished. So with my slideshow, but I had to come on and do that magician's sword. So anyway, thank you for watching. Happy new moon blessings. And I just wanted to point out some of the things that I specialize in: intuitive astrology, health and surgical timing consultations, fertility consultations, horary, which is ancient form of astrology, answers to specific questions and timing, solar arcs, solar returns, transits, compatibility and synastry, past life astrology, astrocartography, which is where is your perfect location, and of course, tarot and oracle readings. And that's that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please, if you liked it, comment me, share with your friends, subscribe, check out my other videos that I have here. Happy new moon. I'll have so much more on Facebook and Instagram in the coming week to cover anything that I haven't written about. I know that I posted about Mercury's shadow, and I also posted a little bit about Mars moving into Gemini, but we also have Uranus retrograde. We could be feeling the tension, the chaos, something unexpected could be happening. I feel like that will work out somewhere geocosmically in the earth and money. So something could be happening there. Mercury moves into Libra. So there's definitely going to be something coming down this week or the next 10 days regarding the economy and finance, money. What else? I don't know. I don't know. There's just so much. And those aren't even the aspects. Those are just like the main planetary things. There's so much more other than that. So hold on to your hats. We're on this roller coaster ride for the next several months. I don't feel that there's really any kind of relief until maybe November, December. And we're really not out of this whole transformative thing that we've been going through for the last several years. We're not out of that till 2025, 2026. So that's why I think with this empty well card, you know, time to replenish, time to fill our cups. And then the Amazonite, I wound up putting the pup in for a nap while I was recording this so I can bring out my jewelry that I can't wear. So these are my Amazonite bracelets, and these are mixed Amazonite, and I don't even think that you could really fully see. Well, yeah, you could see them a little bit. The camera will have to focus, but they're very soothing, calm colors. They really remind me of my Moonstone bracelet. And then of course I have Super 7 and a little labradorite for the intuition, but I will do a channeled message and post these on Facebook and Instagram during the week. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Happy new moon. Bye.